Sometimes in the kinetic mirroring, I'll bring my lower hand like almost down where the girth goes, and then I'll have my upper hand like up closer to the lumbar, and I'll kinetic mirror that. And that can sometimes get a nice kind of feeling of the barrel rolling, expanding the rib cage on the other side. I feel any sort of shift.
I feel like her breaths are deeper.
Yeah.
Like she doesn't feel so contracted in her
Good. Yeah.
belly.
Well, if you think she's ready, we can start with the pickups.
Okay. Start with the other side. That one's a little easier for her to pick up. Hi. Hello. I'll scoot you around a little.
He gave you a little nudge, like, oh, we're doing this again. This is nice. Nice pandiculation. So when they pandiculate like that, you just follow. Starting to come back into our body a little bit.
She's on a rock right there.
Oh. Usually if there's a rock, I'll kind of like kick it out of the way while I do the pickup.
Hopefully gonna step off of it. It's with that other hind there.
Oh, the other hind is on a rock?
Yeah.
I would go back and move it because I can't be comfortable.
fluid. Should I do a fourth one since she kind of stepped forward there?
That's okay, because these are just the initial pickups. So
Okay.
these ones I kind of give more leeway just because we're kind of just setting the expectation of like, okay, this is what we're going to start doing. Once we get into the protraction, retraction, abductions, I get a little bit more nuanced about it. So based on what you're seeing in her body now, what would your instinct be for the protraction, retraction?
Are you itchy?
Oh,
What are you doing to itch on there? Are you super itchy? Are you super itchy?
oh. She's like, well, yeah, you brought me back into my body, so now I'm feeling it.
All right. Is that good? Can we scoot around now? There you go. I don't know. I mean, I still feel like protract on the front and the hinds for the most part.
Okay.
It seems like when I try to ask her to go under, she falls a little bit.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you want me to try to bring the camera around since she's really wanting to stand like this?
Yeah, you can do that.
I'm trying to keep the camera in the shade so my phone doesn't overheat because it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
90 something degrees here.
Oh,
I can prop it up on a grassy stump. Is that good or for even further back?
that's good. But I think if you get further back and then if she switches sides, she'll disappear behind the barn.
Okay.
That should be good.
All right, we'll try that. All right, kiddo, you need to move over a little so I'm not smashed against the rail.
Oh, that was a nice pickup.
Yeah. All right, maybe we try backwards too and see
Yeah, I'll try.
which one today.
Because they can switch from day to day. Like as if they're co-contracted, sometimes when one contraction releases, then they can be completely the opposite the next day.
It's feel pretty restricted on both.
Yeah. Yeah. So again, just pick it up and let her rest in your hand before going forward or back. And just kind of swing an inch or two either direction, feel which way is easy.
Yeah. Easy, girl. Easy. Easy, girl. No, she's very, yeah,
A little
a little
tighter.
different today. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is why I try to encourage to do a day off in between because
Mhm.
sometimes they need that extra day to process before the next session. It is possible to work on them every day, but then sometimes they just won't let you into all the movements when it's back to back. So I probably would plan to give her tomorrow off.
Okay.
And then you could do your third session like Sunday or Monday. And just give her an extra day in between to integrate and process the changes. Sometimes they feel so good after like having everything released that they end up getting a little overzealous and then they can be sore the next day. Um, so yeah, it's not unusual for a lot to change and to feel really different day to day in the initial 3 sessions. It's like really, really common for that to happen. So
This was giving out a big yawn. So
yeah.
letting her do that. And let's not stick that right in your side. She is so itchy.
Oh my goodness.
It's so interesting.
And sometimes we come out to work with them and they're still processing and integrating from the day before that they're just like, no, I don't want to do it today. So that can happen too. I think it was on the third day that happened with Gecker in the class
Yeah.
where he just kept walking away and he's like, I'm still integrating what we already did. I'm not ready.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, if you can't, you can't. Come back the next day.
Okay. All right. We have a lick and a chew, and let's try it one more time.
Yeah, because she did have some huge progress yesterday. So I wouldn't be surprised if today she's like, I'd rather not.
I just need you to scoot. I'm thinking if I think she's kind of wanting to stay in the shade, so
Yeah.
scoot her back, then I can not be smashed up against the rail. Okay. There we go. I like that better. Hi. Hello.
She's like, oh, there's grass touching my feet.
Yeah. Her pickups are a lot nicer for sure. You still see her okay?
Yeah. So I would try kinetic mirroring her shoulder over the scapula. You can put one hand all the way at the bottom of the scapula, kind of by the point of shoulder, and then one hand at the top by the wither. Just draw your hands together. You want to be behind the point of shoulder, not on it. So you're still on the bottom of the scapula. There you go. Yeah. So I either get the sense that so there could be one of two things happening. Either one, she doesn't want to do a session today, or she wants a buddy. So we could try getting a buddy and see if it helps.
Okay, I'll go grab.
If that doesn't help, then it may be that she just is still processing from yesterday.
Okay. I'll grab Libby. She's got nice mellow energy most of the time, so. Sweet girl. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, she was standing really nice and square there for a second. She moved again.
All right. Libby's used to being the emotional support pony.
Yeah. So I go back to kinetic mirroring. See if she'll come back to you a little bit. Big yawn.
Lots of yawns today. You're like twisting that jaw all around.
Yeah.
The other side.
Big yawn. Oh,
I've never seen her do this before.
oh, that's funny. Look at her. Too funny. Sometimes with somatic work, as they start to release the layers of like the years of like trauma memories in their body, they'll revert to like a younger version of themselves. And sometimes you'll see them go through a phase where they almost act like a foal or a young horse again. It's really interesting.
All right. So I did 3 times on each side. Should we try again?
Yeah, let's see if she'll let you into the protraction retraction. Nice pickup.
Yeah, she's picking up really nice. She's just not letting me too much else.
Yeah, so just do
Better.
smaller, see if she'll just do smaller movements.
There, that was a lot nicer.
Yeah. a lot to process today.
Gosh, it's wild.
I mean, that could be a really good sign. Or I don't know. We'll keep going and see what happens. But if if it starts to feel like she's locking you out, then it might be that she's still processing from yesterday and just needs more time. Or she's touching into something more deep. And maybe she'll go even deeper. So we'll see what happens. Yeah. And I would just keep movements really, really small. Do like micro movements today.
Okay. So that was 3 on that side that I felt she didn't slam down on.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and try the other front leg. Just because if it is a case of her still needing to process yesterday, I don't want to leave her imbalanced.
Okay.
So normally if we do something on one side, we want to do the other side. And then that way, if she does lock you out, you're not stuck with only the left limbs done and not the right limbs. Oh, okay.
Hey, John.
There you go. Oh, she's pendiculating her left hind. That's interesting.
So I think previously, I would have looked at all of this as very, I guess, annoyed behavior. But it sounds like what you're saying is she's just trying to like release this tension in her own way.
Yes. Yeah. And it might be because she went so deep in yesterday's session that it may be that she just needs more time to process what happened yesterday. Like she might need another day. So it is really common in the first week, especially if you do back-to-back days, that this can happen where all of a sudden they go, I'm still processing yesterday. I don't want to do this today. And then you come back the next day and they're like, okay, I'm ready. Let's do it.
I'll try again. Feel quite balanced. Let's try. There you go. There. That was nice.
That was nice.
And
There you go. That was a nice set down.
What are you thinking at this point?
I'm getting the sense that she's still processing from yesterday
Yeah.
because she's got a buddy now.
She's
Yeah, she's
just not normal behavior for her.
yeah. So the fact that it's not normal, I would personally I'd probably go, okay, today's not the day. She needs to process from yesterday still. So I'd probably just leave her be.
Should I itch her like if she's scratchy, or should I just
Yeah,
kind of leave her alone?
you can scratch her. Yeah. Looks like she's standing pretty nicely.
Yeah. She's like, hello, you could keep doing that.
Yeah, just everything's kind of telling me that she's still processing. There's a lot happened that yesterday. Yesterday was a really, really good session. So I'd probably give her another day.
All right.
Do you have
So
time for tomorrow?
yeah, I'm pretty flexible tomorrow.
Yeah. Let me see what I have. So I could do really late afternoon, like around 4 tomorrow.
Okay, so that'd be 5 my time. Yeah, I think that should work. I'll double check with my husband, but we'll just put that on the books, and if anything changes, I'll let you know.
Okay. And then I won't charge you for today because we
Well, I
didn't really
appreciate
do
that.
anything. So
Yeah, I definitely feel like she's just like,
yeah,
because I mean, when we
she's
stop
still
doing stuff,
processing.
she's pretty good. So
Yeah.
it's like
Which
when we start
this
messing with her,
happens. This happens where they're like, you know what, I had all this good stuff happen in my body. I want to experience this for a little bit, integrate a little more. And she's just not ready for the next layer yet, which is totally normal.
all right, should I end with any kinetic mirroring or just be done?
I think she's done because we already did kinetic mirroring. We'll just put her away, let her be for the rest of the day. She can integrate on her own.
All right. Well,
So
thanks,
she has
Annie.